As much we'll be doing well embrace the experience to get a good hands on the Peugeot 205 GTI is a good retro hot hatch to be ready up and go hill climb on Sector 3 by having a 2-lap challenge will be prior to the 1-make race category as a weekly challenge. So I'll have to let my OCs to be enjoy the show, and I'll have to take a good look when cruising around to have a nice good interior view is very much more retro made original. Just like the same platform as Turbo 16 Evolution 2 as Group B rally car that took part in the World Rally Championship back from 1986, by 2 years later in the late 80s, this car comes in and give a good kind of a road going example by taking part to be on the main title on the GTI. The speed is good, displacement in 1.9 liters is going to be a very good amazing moment of the performance to see how it feels and give a good amp up on the sports tire compound if you're about to go for the hard, medium or soft. But this was to do a test challenge and see how overtakes might have to go for only one hot hatch French vehicle to be outfitted in an FF drivetrain. So I got everything overtake and moving on to take the 18th place to catch up onto JB Diamond in the Toyota A6 GRMM 2016. Current turn on the right is going clear. Now I'll have to get behind on Mila Regina in 16th place, touching up the apex, and get behind on Breezy Winters in 15th place on the Ford Focus ST 2015. Now that's a good kind of a French beauty and very good to be outfit original made to have a nice hot hatch FF vehicle. Would be quite good to be compatible to have the dirt tires and snow tires to be driving on the rally courses to go all in. Just only have some 2 textured terrains to be on the snow and dirt whenever you like to bring this car to be put up onto the 1-make race event. And here comes hairpin number 3 on Sector 3. Let's take it slow and go overtake at Jerry Collins in the Corvette CR1's 4th generation 1989. And here it goes on the mountain. This is going to get a little bit more climbing up the paces and stay remain on gear number 3. Made it to the top and wait until the downhill is about to go below. Alright, that's more like it, and gonna have to go early brake, careful, and make it more clear to be proceed onward on lap number 2 after finishing by lap 1. The Peugeot 205 GTI is doing well, improvement by the basic, and give a good FF in style by having a lineup overtake with some few other sports car. Just have to go inside at turn 1 by overtake my beloved OC Lexia in the Subaru BRZ-S 2021. Up I go and proceed onwards in position number 8 to catch up on to Lance Reyes in about 5.6 seconds to go. Okay, Jay Lee, you did good. Just keep a good, nice kind of a classic road car is all about to have a good first hands-on experience. But I still get used to it. The 205 GTI is very good to be amazing to have some different customization options whenever you're about to go on the dirt or snow courses by having some good outfit to be styled as a rally car counterpart. But not to mention, by having a differences between different versions on the Peugeot 205 by the first and second generation along with the current one in the 21st century. Just to see the comparison to see how it feels, and more likely to have an amount by 100 horsepower to go by additional in 24. But it's about to go for climbing up onto the top speed by average. It'll have to go up by almost 100 miles per hour. Okay, that's more like it. And give the good hillside corner on the right and stay remain by 92 miles per hour. Just take it slow and go for the short straight. Got a good eye on the Mazda Roadster touring car in 7th place. So here goes, the top speed average is going to be over by 103 miles per hour. This looks good and very well efficiency to see a FF hot hatch to be made a good style in French, and especially to go climbing up on the hills to have a good tarmac to be placed right over here. Right position on the overtake and very good to be made it on top, and then downhill we'll go for another round to have a good advantage. We'll be pooping up and have some few turns. We'll go careful on the caution. When deal with the turns on downhill, it's possible that you need to keep a good amount of the balance to stay in one piece until you'll have to be finishing up on the checker flag to go clear by the average. So there you go. Ends up in 7th place, and car test number 2 is very good to be indeed by having one good hot hatch to be worked out and proceed onwards to have the weekly challenges to be perceived by tomorrow and later on for the next day of this week. So let's see the total time, and my wingman OC Hardenek is doing well on the Mitsubishi GTO Twin Turbo 1991. Total time in 5 minutes, 13.258 seconds, and he did very good for only one faster lap time by 2 minutes, 30.410 seconds. Talk about having one good hot hatch vehicle is pooping up, get trained, and get basic is all about having a bit of work. But better yet, and 24,100 GT credit, and recent update to have my attempted workout by 17.3 miles, adding up by a recent in 7 miles will have to be equals into 24.4 miles. Let's have the car test number 2 on the replay, and give a good different precision by a round on each duration. Let's do 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and have a good placement to go down on the hill. I can't say this car on the 205 GTI 1988 is a very good kind of a hot hatch vehicle. Is well outfitted to be take part as a rally car when entered in the World Rally Championship along with the Turbo 16 Evolution 2 counterpart. But take place before at the end of the first lap and lap number 2 earlier to be onward. And this will have to go for the capture thumbnail image and have this one right over here. It's a 3 UDRS in Protect, and one road car is a perfect thumbnail image to be deserved on the content replay we'll save. So there you go, masterpiece artist, and give a good pause view is a good view, good perspective. 9 out of 10 and 4.5 star rating on the Pescia 205 GTI 1988. Very good example and best choice for everyone and Pescia fans to be take part for a special event. So next up for vehicle test number 3 in February 2025 update, I'll have to go and try it out with the Mercedes-Benz Unimog Type 411 1962. Is going to be a very good slow kind of a performance. We'll be heading up to Sardinia Windmills. We'll go for the time trial. Well, almost forgot one thing, to have an earlier requirement to have a dirt tires just in case people are going for having one good kind of an all-wheel drive vehicle. We'll be driving it to be safe. But I bet the full course and morning time is about to go for a major set, and this is about to go faster and make it much more slower. But I don't know you guys think about the Mercedes-Benz Unimog is a good kind of a default performance ever since from the early 1960s. But still vintage, still popular, and much more indeed to have this vehicle to be serving as the utility. Now, if I had to go begin and have session 1 and give a good test to see how it feels. But I bet you guys really think that this car is about to go slower and faster. Well, okay. It turns out to be drive slower and much more faster to be safe. By having a good look on the steering wheel in this interior view is gonna be quite good to be vintage when driving with a Mercedes-Benz Unimog Type 411. Very perfectly to have a nice 4x4 transportation vehicle, and also to have a good role as the utility truck to go anywhere on public places and especially on commercial areas. Much more exactly to go a little bit much more increased by having a 6-gear transmission to go up in 54 miles per hour on the all-wheel drive. Just have to go up and have the straightaway to go enter by the first lap as the time limit will be put up onto the test. And it's up right now, and it's going up by 55 miles per hour to have a good look and very perfectly to stay by 54 miles per hour. I bet you guys really think about this vehicle, might need to give it upgrade and customization options when you're at the GT Auto. Just make it much more preferred to have a utility vehicle and make it much more like a rally race vehicle to be take part since the Dakar Rally. Can say, this Unimog is quite good to be unique and well outfitted style to have a nice slow car just like the Fiat 500F 1968. But without braking, it's all about to go driving in style and make it much more safer on the courses to be using on the snow, dirt, and tarmac tracks is going to be quite giving a good basic on the rolling on the Ebert. And it's about to get a little bit more closer to be down below by 37 miles per hour when staying on gear number 6. But however, when going down on gear 1 is going to be a bit much more slower and going to have to take a while to get up by 55 miles per hour to get back on gear 6. Just to see how the Unimog is going to be quite good for only one lap without pulling out on the brake. But instead, whenever you might need to bring this car to the Nürburgring Nordschleife, this will take 20 minutes around the course is going to be a bit much more longer to go cruising around and have a good save on the corners. And there goes the third sector to be proceed after finishing sector 2. A little bit more longer, a bit more slower and faster is all about to have the basic warm up on the test. But I know you guys really think that this car is very slow to drive and much more especially to have some upgraded parts just to see how you can actually to be turned out by 15 horsepower to be make it into over 200 horsepower. Got to admit, I'll have to be looking forward to it and see how faster can it feel until the next later update to have a good potential engine swap for the Mercedes-Benz Unimog Type 411. So it's about to get down below on 18 miles, switching down on gear number 5. Come on, going up. Make it much more respond on the top speed. There we go, 25 miles per hour, and it's about to go hill climb in the 4th sector. This will have to take halfway there on sector 3 and keep up for the slow paces. Okay, that's good. Now, just might need to keep it slow and remain on gear 5 when you're at 15 miles per hour. And it's going down on gear 4, but what happens if I had to be dropped down on gear 1 without going by enough speed? But who knows, this might give a good effect and see how it happens. So, it turns out that might be going a bit much more slower when going down by either on gear 3 or gear 1. Just make sure whenever you might need to go a little bit faster, this will do the main example courses to get to know about the Unimog Type 411. And it actually does have the perfect advantage to go faster on the downhill is very more indeed. Now for the final stretch. First lap is about to go clear and stop by 55 miles per hour to be reaching up on lap 2. We'll call it in for a day. So it takes under 4 minutes as I took by 3 minutes. 54.847 seconds is going to be a bit much more time to go slower and more lighter to be clear on the corners. But instead, it turns out very well, basic and safe to drive for everyone. And go anywhere if you have some important errands to run to have some cargo to be delivered on different locations. So one session and have 4 sectors to be highlight marked on the green to have the first sector is 46.163 seconds along with sector 2 in 42.266 seconds. Sector 3 it takes over 2 minutes added by 2.076 seconds and the 4th sector in 24.342 seconds. Okay. Looks like I'll have to give this appraisal rating by having a 10 out of 10 and 5 star for the Mercedes-Benz Unimog Type 411 1962. but well deserved on the content replay to have a captured thumbnail image without taking a pause. Just might need the camera to go zoom in, and one image to go perfection on the scene. Alright, there you go. One lap vehicle of the placement, and give this the regular and ghost best lap time before proceed onward onto the future lap time challenges. But however, did you guys see the trailer to see the Unimog Type 411 1962 at Willow Springs International Raceway Big Willow to go driving off-road? But I have no idea, but this vehicle turns out very special for the update that has a good kind of an all-wheel drive layout and 29 horsepower to go driver to be safe and go faster to be slower. Got to admit, I'll have to take a good look and go straight directly to the Big Willow at Willow Springs after one session by 2.5 miles and give a good attempted workout by 32.9 is gonna have to take the extra one. We'll be going on overtime. Let's have another time trial and go to the Big Willow at Willow Springs. We'll be on the sunrise at 6 a.m. I really hope it works, but this time, replace car off the track. We'll be turning up at this moment and see how it goes for only one off-roading area to be explored around on the Big Willow and see how it turns out to go for default on the comfort tires. We'll go into hard. Talk about having a good substitute to do some off-roading area, and this will have the assist settings we'll have to go turning up as well. Alright, replace car after off the track is now been going up. Let's see how it feels and go free time in session in 3 seconds to go green and exit the tarmac. We'll have to go anywhere on the off-road areas around on Willow Springs International Raceway. Anywhere we go, and the free time session to go on time trial for the Unimog Type 411 is very good to be driving on the off-road areas to be outfit with using the comfort hard tires by default. Sounds like a good place to go start, and sunrise is going to be a field free to drive and go anywhere as seen from the trailer. But be very careful when going off the track too much. It'll be automatically to go back to the tarmac when we last start out. Just have to go anywhere and see how the direction is all about to have the best course to go explore around on the outside of the Big Willow in Willow Springs International Raceway. This place itself is much more wide open to have a good course and very yet example. And there is the streets of Willow right over here and along with the Horse Deep Mile as well. I know you guys really thinking about this off-road places to explore, and just saying, I really have to go anywhere and see how the scouting area is all about to do some short vehicle for only a 4x4 utility transportation. So I have to be very extra careful. Going the wrong way and go anywhere is all about to have a good experiment to see how slower and faster can it go. But how embarrassing do I ever really have to come up with this main part of the racing segment is all about doing a test of the experiment. Okay, it's about to go down on gear 5. Just might need to go a little bit more, climbing up more. And I see some few other spectators are about to be seen around on the Unimog. Okay, let's keep it careful, and there it is. See? When going off-road too much, it'll be automatically to go back onto the tarmac when you last start out. So this is what to call it for a day, and no need to have the best lap record. We have to go for only a replay. Now let's do this, and just have to give this for a capture thumbnail image to go closing in. Switching up the view, and take place exactly around by the final corner. Yeah, I really do think that this maybe turns out to go for incompatible on the comfort hard tires. But more likely, but I have a better idea to have this front part to go quick captured. But I'm not gonna save it until gonna be available to be set in public, but in free time or online lobby, just to make sure that you guys will be very much more respectful to go on off-road areas, just like racing in Colorado Springs Lake, Fisherman's Wrench, and Sardegna windmills. 1.4 miles is going to be adding up and update into 38.5 miles. Well folks, I kind of think about the Mercedes-Benz Unimog Type 411 1962, 10 out of 10 and 5-star rating is very good to have a nice slow performance, which is good to have some upgraded parts to make it into a faster one by average in over 200 horsepower. But after all, weekly challenges is now open in about 5 days left, so I just really might need to get myself prepared to have some 4 races, including one reserved special event for the 1-make race category on the Pescia 205 GTI. Now onto the car index, before I'm about to have a good look in 3 vehicles just to be highlight marked on the red dot by notification. Let's start out to have the Pescia 205 GTI 1988, a masterpiece hot hatch from France that became a rally legend. More than 15 years of production since 1983. The Pescia 104 passed the torch as the brand's compact hatchback to an all-new 205. Now this is the first generation model that features with a 1.9 liter of displacement that brings out to have a good kind of a GTI title for the 205 as well. Second vehicle, Unimog Type 411 1962. The benchmark of versatile high mobility vehicles. Good on the road car, and good as a commercial truck to be driving on the course for the first time ever in Gran Turismo 7 of the history. Now for the BMW C4 3.0i 2003. An elegant convertible with an inline-6 engine looking under its elongated hood. Nice. The Roadster, the classic French hot hatch, and the utility vehicle all together to have this update is all about to have a good, interesting masterpiece. So what do you guys think? I'm talking about the 3 cars for the update turns out very much more indeed and more likely to have a lot of valuable respect. But I kind of think about the Unimog Type 411 is a good kind of a classic commercial vehicle to go anywhere on public places and serving up on transportation. But more likely to have some other 2 vehicle for the update like the Pescia 205 GTI is a good kind of an original model after the 105 has just passed the torch to become as the WRC Group B category. And for my best part, the BMW C4 3.0i from Gran Turismo 4 and Gran Turismo 6. Now this is what I ever call about a roadster is a much more popularity, just like different roadsters like the BMW C8 first and 4th generation Mazda Roadster S is now on the NA and the ND model. So I kind of think about the next update that might have to do some more swap engines on compatible vehicles, which just might need to have a good call out on prediction. But anyway, this part of the content video as a masterpiece and go labeled by a complete edition after I just spent 3 days on production, so I just really might need to take some time and have myself to go relaxing in sensory. But after all, weekly challenges is still active on the clock, so I had to be here on time and have the Pescia 205 GTI will be set to go for the UDRS Inspirtech livery, or if possible to have a total drama variation or dispenser camp fan art livery, just to have a well determined to make my decision to be ready to wrap it up until at the end of the video. I can smell the 3rd anniversary of Gran Turismo 7 is coming, folks. This is gonna be the biggest moment out there of all time, as we have to keep on racing, stay clean, and continue on with our journey. We'll always have to find your good line on the track with your favorite cars as well. The party is coming, and the main date is gonna be on Tuesday, March 4, 2025. Thank you for enjoying watching the video on Gran Turismo 7. I hope you enjoyed. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel for a like, comment, then click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos if you'd like to see. Follow me on DeviantArt, Instagram, Twitter, GT Planet, Patreon, Discord, and more social media platforms. Plus, membership is now open to everyone who will join to get access per price levels a month with exclusive perks, custom emoji with my OCs, and many features to support the channel. It's the best way to help out with a super thanks as an extra will support and grow. I'll be seeing you guys next time on Gran Turismo 7, and I look forward to see you again at the next video. Keep on racing, stay clean.